if I told you the biggest financial mystery of our time isn't how people get rich, but why they keep getting richer automatically, even when they stop working? What if wealth, once it reaches a certain level, begins to grow by itself? Like a machine running in the background day and night, while the rest of the world is stuck trading hours for money? Here's the truth. This isn't luck. This isn't talent. And it definitely isn't about working harder. It's a system, built over centuries, refined by governments, enforced by banks, and almost invisible to the average person. Today we're decoding that system, setting the stage. To understand why the rich keep rising, we have to go back to the 1600s. This was the birth of joint stock companies, like the Dutch East India Company, which allowed the wealthy to invest once and earn profits for decades. For the first time in history, money could multiply without labor. The wealthy invested. The poor worked. The gap began. Then came the Industrial Revolution. Factories, railways, and banks needed capital, not labor capital. And the wealthy realized something powerful. Owning is more profitable than working. Owners didn't earn by sweating harder. They earned because thousands of workers were sweating for them. This is when society split into two groups. People who earn from labor, people who earn from capital. Only one of these groups gets richer over time. The rise of the financial wealth machine. The 20th century supercharged everything. Wars, central banks, and global financial markets created a new reality. Money could now make more money. Through compound interest. Stocks, bonds, real estate, corporate ownership, debt-based money. And here's the catch. Only people who already had money were able to participate. If you had assets, you grew. If you only had wages, you stayed stuck. But the real turning point came in 1971, breaking point, the end of the gold standard. In 1971, the U.S. detached the dollar from gold. Money became infinite, but not equally available. Who received new money first? Banks, corporations, investors. This is the Cantillon Effect. Money printed at the top benefits the top long before it reaches normal people. By the time new money enters circulation, prices have already gone up. The rich own assets, so inflation boosts their wealth. The poor rely on wages, so inflation destroys their savings. This is the moment wealth inequality became structural, built into the math of the system. Fallout and failed fixes. Governments tried solutions. Welfare, minimum wage, tax reforms, stimulus checks. But none of these touched the real problem. The system rewards capital, not labor, and every crisis made inequality worse. Look at the pattern. Crisis hits, rich lose on paper. Government prints money. Assets rebound, rich and richer. Meanwhile, workers lose jobs. Savings disappear. Rents rise. Debts grow. This repeated in 2000 dot-com crash, 2008 financial crisis, 2020 pandemic, 2022-24 inflation wave. Crises now act like wealth transfer events. The rich have assets and credit. The poor have bills and losses. Modern parallels, shocking data. The numbers today are more extreme than ever. The richest 1% own more than 99% combined. Billionaires gained more during the 2020 pandemic than the average worker earned in 20 years. The top 10% own nearly 90% of global stocks. Real estate has become an investor game, not a home for families. Savings accounts lose value every year due to inflation. And now technology and AI are accelerating the gap even faster. Automation rewards owners of companies, not the workers being replaced. We're living through the fastest wealth concentration in human history. 3 clear takeaways. Takeaway 1, labor has limits. Capital doesn't. If your income depends on hours, you will always be capped. Ownership breaks the cap. Takeaway 2, inflation hurts workers but rewards asset owners. If you don't own assets, inflation eats your income. If you do, inflation grows your wealth. Takeaway 3, crises widen the gap every time. The rich recover because they have assets and credit. Everyone else falls further behind. Wealth inequality is not slowing down. It's accelerating faster than any period in history. If you don't understand how the wealth machine works, you don't stay in the same place. You fall behind. But if you learn the system, you can shift from earning to owning, from surviving to building. The game isn't fair, but it can be learned. If you want more deep dive videos on money, wealth systems, and hidden economic mechanics, subscribe, like, and comment. Teach me the system, because the more you understand, the more the system starts working for you.